and Assalamualaikum to our madam, which is Madam Azila. We are a student from Applied Science Tapa. So for today's presentation, we are going to present about application of maximum and minimum for MAT183 subjects. But before that, we are going to introduce ourselves. Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ainul Farisha binti Muhammad Zarihan with the ID number of 2022834672. So by today's presentation, what will you learn about is the introduction, the problem statement, the problem solution, and also the conclusion of today's topic.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Adana Izati binti Muhammad Khairi Anwar with student ID 2022643922. I'm going to talk about introduction for application of maximum and minimum. First of all, we have to know what is differentiation. Differentiation is a process to find a derivative or the rate of change of a function. So how can we use differentiation? We can use differentiation to determine the increasing or decreasing of a function. Besides that, it also can be used to determine the speed or distance of a moving object. But today, we're going to talk about the derivative is used to find the maximum or minimum values of a function. Moreover, we have few applications of differentiations. They are related rates, role theorem, mean value theorem, analysis of function 1, analysis of function 2, and last but not least, maxima and minima problem. There are also techniques to solve the problem, which is sum of difference, product rule, question rule. What is applied of maximum and minimum problem? It is a process of finding maximum or minimum values that is called optimization. For example, it can be used to maximize the profit in a company or minimize the cost of any particular object in real life. As for calculus, it can be used to calculate the highest or lowest point of the curve in the graph.
So first, we are going to start with the problem statement. So what is the problem statement? So here is the problem statement, which Dina want to cook walaksa using cylindrical pot during Hari Raya Aidilfitri, which the cylindrical pot has the radius of xcm and also the height of ycm that has a surface area of 405 meters squared. So based on the situation, this is the question that we need to solve, and we will go through one by one with the solution that we provided. So how do we identify minimum and maximum value? So for the first step, we have to find the derivative. The second step, we need to let dv over dx equals to 0. And the third step is we have to find the second derivative. If the second derivative that we get is lesser than 0, it shows that it is a maximum value. But if the second derivative is more than 0, it shows that it is a minimum value.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ainul Marzanul Syahmati Amrozi from A4AS1202_2, 2022829324. So today I'll present about the topic applied maximum and minimum problem. So the problem solution for question 1. Question asks us to express y in terms of x. Area of the cylinder that given from the question is 400 pi x, while area of the cylinder from the formula that we know is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. So we just include it into the formula. The area of the cylinder is 400 pi, while the area of the cylinder that given from the formula that we know is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. We just replace r and h, which is radius and height, with x and y. So it will be 400 pi minus 2 pi x square equals to 2 pi xy. So y will be y equals to 400 pi minus 2 pi x square over 2 pi x. We just simplify it, and the y will be 200 over x minus x. For problem solution of question 2, question 2 states us to prove that volume of cylindrical pot is V equals to 200 pi x minus pi x cube. So the radius is we know that x cm, the height is y cm, and the area of the cylinder that given from the question is 400 pi x squared. The volume that we need to prove is V equals to 200 pi x minus pi x cube. The volume of the cylinder from the formula, we know that pi r square h. So we need to include the r and h x as the x and y cm. So we just prove it into the equation. We get the equation is pi x square. Why we just need to replace it with 200 over x minus x, that answer we get from the question 1. So the answer will be 200 pi x minus pi x cube. So the volume of the cylindrical part that we need to prove is proving. Thank you.
So the question 3 asks is about to find the value of x such that volume of cylindrical part is maximum. The step that we need to do is the first one is to find the derivative, which we know that the volume is equals to 200 pi x minus pi x cubed. Hence, we have to find the derivative with using a differentiation method, which is dv over dx equals to 200 pi minus pi x squared. The second step is we have to let the derivative equals to 0. So, the dv over dx that we got just now is 200 pi minus 3 pi x squared equals to 0. Then we have to move the negative 3 pi x squared to the right side and left it alone like that. After that, we have to move the 3 pi to the left side. So it will be 200 pi divided by 3 pi. Then we can eliminate the pi and it will left us with x squared equals to 200 divided by 3. Then to get x, we have to square root the 200 divided by 3, and the final answer of x that we have to get is 8.165. The final step for this question is step 3, which is we have to find the second derivative. From the first derivative, which is dv over dx equals to 200 pi minus pi x squared, we have to find the second derivative by differentiate it once again, which we will get the second derivative if negative 6 pi x. And then we have to plug in the x value that we get just now in step 2 into the equation of second derivative, which it will be negative 6 pi in bracket 8.165. Then we have to calculate it using our calculator, and the final answer is negative 153.91. So in conclusion, x is equals to 8.165 is the maximum value. Why? Because from the second derivative, we get the value is less than 0, then it will show us that it is a maximum value. But from the second derivative step, we get the value is more than 0, then we know that it is a minimum value. In conclusion, this application of differentiation method is remarkably helpful and can be utilized when it comes to addressing businesses or personal challenges that requires calculation on our daily basis. The accuracy of differentiation rules can greatly enhance our standard of living by enabling us to save time and also effort in tackling additional practice problems and also if there's any problems in our daily lives. So that is all from us. Thank you so much.